This story was originally published by The Guardian and is reproduced here as part of the Climate Desk collaboration. The colorized thylacine footage was created by Australia's National Film and Sound Archive scientists in Australia, and the US have launched an ambitious multi-million-dollar project to bring back the thylacine, a marsupial that died out in the 1930s, and reintroduce it to its native Tasmania. The thylacine, also known as the Tasmanian tiger, is the second undertaking by Colossal, a Texas-based biotechnology de-extinction company that last year announced it planned to use genetic engineering techniques to recreate the woolly mammoth and return it to the Arctic tundra. Its new project is a partnership with the University of Melbourne, which earlier this year received a $5 million philanthropic gift to open a thylacine genetic restoration lab. The lab's team has previously sequenced the genome of a juvenile specimen held by Museums Victoria, providing what its leader, Professor Andrew Pask, called a complete blueprint on how to essentially build a thylacine. The thylacine was Australia's only marsupial apex predator. It once lived across the continent, but was restricted to Tasmania about 3,000 years ago. Dog-like in appearance and with stripes across its back, it was extensively hunted after European colonization. The last known survivor died in captivity in 1936. Despite hundreds of reported sightings in the decades that followed, and some quixotic attempts to prove its ongoing existence, it was officially declared extinct in the 1980s. The scientists aim to reverse this by taking stem cells from a living species with similar DNA, the fat-tailed dunnart, and turning them into thylacine cells, or the closest approximation possible, using gene editing expertise developed by George Church, a professor of genetics at Harvard Medical SC. New marsupial-specific assisted reproductive technologies will be needed to use the stem cells to make an embryo, which would be transferred into either an artificial womb or a dunnart surrogate to gestate. Pask said the partnership was the most significant contribution ever made to marsupial conservation in Australia, as more than 30 scientists worked to accelerate the massive grand challenge of bringing the thylacine back from the dead. He believed the first joeys could be born in 10 years.